Self-scanning and scanning others. Learn to sense and scan your own body and feeling through all the layers of your physical and emotional self. Is there something noticeably wrong? Where does it hurt? Where is there unusual feelings? How is your temperature, appetite, emotional state, level of worry in general? Are you feeling upset or uncomfortable? Is there a particular condition you are aware of that is out of balance? What is the total of all information, and what is your overall judgment of how you are right now? Part of this is to assess your chakra energy centers and notice any problems and blocks or issues. My opinion is that the hierarchy or importance of the chakra energy centers in our own aura actually depends on many factors, and one energy center can be more dominant or less dominant at the time, and have more control or less control. And I believe that essentially our heart chakra energy center is overall spiritually the dominant energy center. But the questions we ask here to find out is the energy flowing effectively between each chakra energy center via the Kundalini spiral? So this is for people who are sort of tuned into this kind of stuff. Like if they're not really tuned in, you'd have to use your intuition to feel their energy centers yourself. So is there a noticeable block or stagnation in the aura between any of the energy centers? How does each energy center feel to your hand? So this is using a Pranic energy assessment. You can just go through and you can feel discord just in the energy that's bouncing into your hand. How is the body mass distributed in the person's body? Is it evenly or concentrated in one particular region? So because our physicality and our physical expression gives a lot of clues about our aura and our energy centers and where they may be in discord and out of balance. So the energy flow within the Kundalini spiral is also indicated by the amount of body awareness a person has, their flexibility, their level of self-acceptance, their tolerance and patience towards others, their perception, and their trust or lack of trust, their overall health and vitality, and their radiance and colour. So we can use our hand chakras to assess pranic energy centers in somebody else. So we use an activated hand chakra to assess the echo, or like I said, the energy bouncing into your hand, bouncing off and around and back and forth between your hand and the person's energy center, with our palm, holding our palm from the person's body about 5 centimeters away. So balanced chakras are usually calm and spinning smoothly, so there's no oppositional, unbalanced energy being emitted. There's no discord or heaviness, dark energy vibrations that you'll be able to sense. And the pranic energy scan should be able to detect, the pain fairly easily. So pain is usually quite profoundly a hot spot. So when you come across someone's pain area, that's going to be, you can feel the heat coming off. You might feel some grief into your hand. It's a funny thing to feel into your hand, but you can feel it. And then you can feel pain and different colors and depth. So what is the overall color and the radiance of the person's aura? Is their energy expanding? So people who are feeling love and joy and are in revival or have just been healed are usually, their energy is usually expanding and in joy. And if their energy, if they're feeling mistrustful and doubtful and in fear, then the energy is usually retracting in. So that's a fairly easy one to notice. And then further on, so during the pranic energy assessment, we should identify which chakra energy area is unbalanced and needing more attention during the healing session, or less attention, and sort of like define how we're going to approach the healing, which crystals might be of benefit, and which to use more of, which to use less of, which approach to spend more time with, that sort of stuff. So, for example, someone with a lot of stomach weight around their stomach, and the heavy dominance there, it's like they're clogged up in their stomach, or they've got a lot of extra weight there and maybe nowhere else. I suppose the balancing, which I would say is pretty standard, you'd go through the heart chakra and balancing the solar plexus chakra at the same time. So using the crystals for that. So the heart chakra is rose quartz, which boosts self-acceptance, self-love, self-priority, self-appreciation, unconditional love for self and others, healing on emotional levels, forgiveness and hope. And that's sort of like essential there. But the solar plexus stone, which I would choose, is yellow calcite and citrine, because it boosts kidney function. Anybody who's clogged up in their stomach needs to boost that kidney function and the fluid processing and their general processing. So anything which also helps the bowels get moving, so you put some turquoise there around there as well. I don't know, turquoise is the magic stone, getting everything moving. But anyway, so I would use yellow calcite and citrine to boost kidney function and open up the solar plexus chakra, and so fluid can cleanse. You might even have some garnet in there too. But anyway, increasing optimism and creativity, connecting with universal light to heal that center and sort of balance it out a bit better. And you can use angelic guides to bring the inspiration in, attracting abundance and successful thinking patterns rather than the stagnated, clogged up thinking patterns, which is probably going on. Now, another one is where, for example, just as another example of someone who has sluggish lymph. A sluggish lymph, which is more like a layer of fluid-filled extra layer all over their body. So their weight is distributed sort of like, the extra weight is distributed sort of evenly and sort of like a little layer of chum sort of all over, and you can see it's fairly fluidy. So it's mainly, the problem there is sort of like the thyroid lymph. And you're wanting to go and balance that through balancing the throat chakra and the upper chakras. So that's the third eye and the crown. And you'll be using fluorite as an overall balancer and healer, and selenite, which is the white, chalky sort of sparkly stone. Any topaz, amazonite, you can use amethyst and ametrine, turquoise again, blue lace, agates for the throat chakra. Whatever you feel, whatever you've got on hand, whatever you can use to help balance these up. Sluggish lymph is an imbalance on many levels, and it's a sign of grief after major trauma. So the lack of self-confidence there and the blocked throat chakra, feelings of hopelessness, is usually what you can target in on in a healing session.